Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which is an update for my Shop My Stash project pan. If you are unfamiliar with this project, it's pretty simple in the fact that it's just like a typical Shop My Stash where I'm going into my collection and choosing a few products that I want to focus on for about a month. But I call it a project pan because I need to hit a threshold of usage before I can put the product back into my collection. If I don't hit that, then I need to keep that product in for another round. And so I need to use everything at least 5 times. So a lot of times I'm using some products way more than that. And then for things like lippies, if I have multiple of them in, I'm usually hitting them pretty close to that 5 usage mark. So it's just a good way to go through my collection to work on products that maybe I wouldn't necessarily pick out on a day-to-day basis and just get some usage across the board on most things in my collection. It's also a great way to set up for project pans. I love using this project to get some good usage on a product that I want to pan in advance of rolling it into my project pan. So I went through and did in my last video, or 2 videos ago, I guess, my planning to pan for the second half of this year, because I've basically put everything in my original planning to pan into a project pan. And so I'm probably going to work on a couple of those products that I put on my new planning to pan list, or like my update to my planning to pan list, over the next few months in this project, so that they are in an even better spot when I roll them into my project pan. So that's where we're at. I'm drinking a decaf coffee. Well, what's left of it. There is very little left. It has the Chobani cookie, I think it's cookie dough creamer. Delicious. I was up at 4:50 today, went for a little bit of a walk, did an EMOM workout, did like a full-blown everything shower, got ready, did my makeup, read a little bit of my book, and now here we are filming this all before I wake up my children. A very busy morning so far, and I'm going into the office today, so trying to do a lot in the mornings these days. When I wake up for Orange Theory, I have to wake up at 4:20, but I'm still trying to wake up before 5 on the other days because I'm either trying to get a run in or do something else, and it's just nice to be productive in the morning, so I'm trying to keep that up. Let me know in the comments below what you guys like to do in the morning, because I will say I never thought I would be an early morning riser. Certainly not one that worked out in the morning, because I tried for years and just was like, meh, I'd rather sleep, I'll work out later. But I think now with 2 kids, it's just kind of like a little bit of quiet time, so I do enjoy it for that. And here we are. I've been doing it for probably like 6+ months now, and I love it. Let me know what you guys do. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to the update. I'm gonna quickly talk through the products that I had in this last round, and then we'll go ahead, put them back, and select new ones to roll in. Starting out with this LYS powder. I have recently finished up my Kosas Cloud Set powder in my project pan, and so I just needed another powder to work on. And I really enjoyed this one. I loved having it in this project. I used it 20 times, so got a good amount of usage on it, and I thought it did a great job of setting down my makeup and helping me stay a little bit more matte / natural finish, which is my preference. It was great. I liked that one a lot. I also used my Becca Highlight in Champagne Pop 20 times. I was hoping to expand the pan a little bit more in this one. And this is just a classic in my collection. It's so good, and I've loved it for years, and I continue to love it. It continues to perform really well, and every time I roll it into this project, I'm hoping to get that pan a little bit bigger. Next is this Cali Ray Surf Proof Setting Spray. I used this 18 times, and I also loved this one. I always say that my Charlotte Tilbury is like my holy grail setting spray, but I don't know, this one I thought did a really nice job too. I feel like I have 3 good options for setting sprays to lock in my makeup, and this is one of those. My Benetton, I used this one 7 times. I used it across both my cheeks and my lips. I have noticed that when I put it on my cheeks, I kind of want it on my lips too, and so it was really nice to just kind of put down as a base on my lips and then put a gloss or something on top. I love this product. This was a gift from one of my friends. We did like I think a white elephant exchange around Christmas time, and I selected her gift, and this was a part of it. And I have seen this obviously around for years and years and years and have never picked it up. And since getting it, it has been one of my absolute favorite products in my collection. I just think it is such a pretty product. I love just the look it gives on the cheeks and the lips, and it's been a good one to have around. So definitely glad that I got the 7 uses on that. And then the last 3 products are lip products. So I used all 3 of these 5 times. This is the Uoma lipstick in the shade Coretta. Such a beautiful, beautiful lipstick and shade. I love that one. I also used this Cozy Kira liner from Beauty Vault 5 times. I loved just lining my lips like this with this and then putting a gloss on top. Super pretty. And then this is MAC Candy Yum Yum. I kind of struggled with this. I didn't really use this at all for a while, and then pretty much I wanted to hit the 5 uses on it to be able to roll it back in. So I've been using it like this, just dabbing it on. I have it on today, and then like really blending it out. So it's just like this light flush of pink. Otherwise it's a little too bright just to wear on a day-to-day. But I've actually enjoyed wearing it like that the last 5 times I've had. So happy to get the usage on all 3 of those. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and put them all back into my collection, and then we are going to select new products to roll in for this month. I don't have plans to choose a base product because I am working on my Makeup Forever foundation in my project pan, but I do need to select a powder. And obviously I just used the LYS powder, and I think in the round before I used the CoverGirl one, so I am gonna select one of my loose powders. I am going on a couple trips this month, and so I don't necessarily want to carry around this big container, so I am gonna select this Everyday Vacay by Ciate London powder. I do love this because it smells like coconut, and so I guess that kind of fits the vibe for the couple of beach trips that I have. So I'm gonna roll this one in, and then I'm not going to select a bronzer, although this drawer kind of has a mishmash of things in it, but I am not going to select a bronzer because I'm working on my Marc Jacobs one in my project pan. And then there's obviously this blush and that, and then this kind of body stick, which I've pulled this in a couple times. It's usually when I'm going on a trip, and now I'm feeling like maybe I'll pull it in because I do have the couple of beach trips. All right, we'll just pull it in. There's no harm in getting 5 more uses on that. Highlight. We obviously just used the Becca highlight. I put this Urban Decay one on my planning to pan, but I don't think I'm gonna pull it in right now. I'm actually leaning towards Benefit Cookie. It's just such a pretty pink highlight, and I think that's gonna be a good option. All right, so obviously actively working on a blush in my project pan, but we do have some cream blushes in here. We have a couple of sticks from OG, and then we have these Merit blushes, and obviously the Benetint, which we just had in. I do want to roll this into a project pan this year. Obviously, I don't have any plans to finish it, but one of the reasons I want to roll it in is because I love this one so much. It's the Merit like cream blush in Stockholm, so I think I might just roll it in to this just because I love it, and that's good enough reason for me. All right, we definitely need a setting spray. Again, this is another one that I would like to pan. So I'm gonna roll this one in just to get some usage on that. And now we need to think about lippies. I am working on a lip gloss in my project pan. And so as much as I wanna roll a lip gloss in, I don't know if that's like the best idea, but maybe I'll roll in one of these liquid lips just for something different. They're both Dose of Colors. We'll do the lighter one. This is in the shade Flirty. I'm like taking a look over here. Maybe not that. It's like such a fun shade, but I don't know if it's the vibe that I want right now. Maybe we'll do our little mini Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk 2. I know this one's like a little darker, but that one, it could be cute. And then I do, again, another thing coming from my planning to pan, but I do want to roll this one in as well. This is Clinique lipstick in Black Honey. It's just another one that I would like to pan, and so I'm like all excited about my new planning to pan list, and I want to roll everything into this project. So I didn't do that with everything, but I am doing that with a few products. All right, so the products that I am rolling in are my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray, as well as the Ciate London Loose Powder, Cookie Highlight, and this Merit Day Glow Highlighting Balm. This is what it looks like for scent. So it could be a fun little like vacation, like body type thing that I might want to use, right? Like on my shoulders or collarbone or something. We'll figure that out. And then I have this Merit blush in Stockholm, and then 3 lip products. So this Dose of Colors Liquid Lip and Flirty, Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk 2, like little mini lipstick, and then Clinique lipstick in Black Honey. So that is my little bit of my Shop My Stash, super small, but that's just the way I like it. Makes everything a little bit more usable and works really nicely with what I'm trying to pan, which obviously is always kind of the plan to keep things cohesive. So I hope all of you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.